Hey, welcome everyone. Tom here, Park Avenue Trading, your chief dealer, keeping you sane in insane markets. And it has been a pretty wild one. It is 6:48 a.m. on February 3rd, 2025, and the market is reacting to the U.S. president's surprise tariff on Canada, Mexico, and China. 25% Canada, 25% Mexico, 10% China, 10% on Canadian oil, which is not the greatest oil in the world. Actually, it's not a really good oil. Matter of fact, the reason the Canadians sell it to us at a discount is because they can't refine it. Only we can refine it, and so we get it at a little bit of a discount. Canadian dollar took a little bit of a hit, not too much. I mean, we're not talking huge amount, but enough to send the marketplace into a little bit of turmoil. And I'm just looking at the gold price right now. Gold is 2,800 is a pretty important price for gold. Spiked up through it. It's really going to depend on how the market digests this, thinking that it's not inflationary. Tariffs are not inflationary, contrary to popular belief. They don't really cause inflation. Usually you have a currency appreciation with a tariff that kind of offsets it. So that's general tariff theory. Anyway, I'm quoting it. I don't really remember it from university. It's been a long time. But anyway, I'm not going to do a total gold analysis, but 2,800 is a very important point. There's another level at 28.45 right up there. Since I really don't trade it, I don't really have a really good feel for it, or what's going on with it. It's definitely been like recently. This is a 4-hour chart, so we got a low, we got a high, higher low, higher high, we got this slightly lower low, lower high, we got a higher high, higher low again. So really this is the critical price right now, 2,730. That's basically their support point. So let's get on to what I do best. Dollar yen. All right, so if you saw the weekly analysis, I said dollar yen was kind of stable. It's kind of bullish. Right now, it needs to get above 155, 155, like 25, 155.25, like to show some continued strength upward to get back up into here, like 156.32. I don't know if it's going to happen today, but that would be the target. Now, by it being below this level, it's pushing down towards the 154.20 support. That level has to hold. That's a weekly level. It has to hold. If not, we could probably come back down to, I don't think it's going to really drift that much lower today, maybe 153.70. So here's your important points. Your important points, get over this level, 155.25, could potentially go back up into like this level up in here, 156, 156.10-ish. A break of this 154.20, I believe it would drive us back down like very tightly down to 153, say 70, 80, like in this area here. And then if it breaks that, then it's attacking that 153 level. So I still think that dollar yen is like neutral to bullish right now, but it's below that. It's below a point. I would like to have seen it go higher, and I could say, oh, it's definitely kind of bullish. So I'm going to say neutral. I'm going to say neutral to slightly bearish at this moment for day trading. All right, so let's go over good old sterling dollar. Sterling dollar really is held up pretty well, considering, I was talking about on the weekend analysis that, there's a lot of geopolitical stuff going on, and I'm not trying to make excuses in any way because I am a technical trader, but got to pay attention to like what's happening over and the political climate over there. I mean, they're dancing to the YMCA over there. I mean, they're trying to emulate the Americans. They're really fed up, and they're going towards populist nationalist style of government, and that could be a major shift for the British. And it's not happening right now. I mean, it's in the works right now. So it's forward, way forward, and a currency market's not going to discount itself to that yet. It's going to wait for some more evidence of true change, But I do believe that Steinmeier is in trouble in England, and they have really no popularity. But okay, what does that mean? What does it mean with the British pound? Well, the British pound has been in a downward movement. It's recovered slightly off of its lows. It started to track up. It only made it to 125, like what? 125.23. It had resistance at, like all the way up. It's got resistance everywhere. So where are we right now? Well, I believe that the low was 123.02. I think so, right? Did it? Or did it go lower than that? Oh, wow. It went to 122.48. So last night I saw it, yeah, like in the Asian session. So it went to 122.48. Ooh, man. So it's got to hold this 122. Hang on here. Let me get rid of this thing. I was doing it's got to hold this. I mean, it's got to hold 123, the figure, really. So right now, 123, the figure, is an important point to hold on the day. 123. Got that shaky. Fine. 123, the figure, is an important point that it needs to hold right now in order to try to get up to 123.50. It's very close. I mean, it's 123.18. Let's change it, make it nice yellow so we see it. 123, the figure, has to hold above this. If it breaks down through 123, the figure, again, we're attacking the recent low that we have. And I had a point here for the weekly at 122.52. So for all intent and purposes, it has hit it. It's recovering a tiny bit right now. I mean, not much. I would still, I would have to say it's still bearish, but we have some room for recovery. I mean, we have this huge gap that we could attempt to fill, and then start the process. It's a tough call for me. So I'm really not saying really of anything of importance except for gotta watch that 123, the figure level, for support, and that's all I got in it. And if it breaks, we're back down here. If we could hold above it, most likely we're going to maybe 124-ish, maybe. All right, let's go over good old sterling yen. This one, man, weekly support 190.01, and we came down to, I think, 190.24 right now. Okay. The only way it shows any type of recovery is above, like for the day, 191, like 05. That's fine. 191.05 is a point that it needs to get over to show some type of strength. Try to fill in this. Well, actually, the gap was filled here. Probably coming back up to 191.40. A break of 190, the figure. We had a major point at 189, like, let's see, 189.32. 189. right here. So a break of this 190.01, we're tracking down to one major point, 189.32. If that level goes, we're looking at the 187.95 level. So what am I saying? Got to get above 191.05. It is still in a bearish tone. And you know, it's creeping down. A potential break of the 190. The figure opens up to 189.34. Got to get above 191.05. All right, let's look at euro yen. This is another one, and this is the one that, you know, I would thought was the weakest out of the crosses between the sterling, yen, and because I believe the euros is way weaker. Well, not way weaker. It's weaker than sterling because the euro is primarily made up of Germany, right? So the German Deutschmark, the old Deutschmark, carries the most weight in the European Union's currency, and you know, I'm starting to think. Now this is way out there. Okay, so hold on to your seats. I'm starting to think that my idea of the European Union breaking up is actually going to happen. Now, I don't know when it's going to happen, but I don't know. I foresee the European Union not making it. It basically balkanizing itself, maybe becoming different little currency blocks instead of one major union again. You know, they have no political union; they just have a currency union. So, I think the Germans are going to be fed up and get out. The Italians are definitely going back their own way, you know, with Giorgia Meloni. I mean, so there are things happening in Europe that threaten this one currency. And I really pray for this, because if that was to happen again, then we get the Deutschmark, the Italian lira, the Portuguese escudo, you know, the Spanish peseta. We got a ton of different currencies to trade again instead of just one, you know, sometimes boring currency. But anyway, that I went off on a deep end on that. So euro yen right now, as it stands, it's got to get above 159.10. 14 is close enough. It's got to get above 159.10 to show any type of strength. What do we got on the bottom side of this thing, man? Wow. Hang on, I gotta look. Wow. Oh, man, we had... there's a minor support at 158.36 right there. Very minor support, and it's hit it. So if it breaks down through 158.36, wow. 157.40 is the next level. So here are the points for euro yen. Needs to get above 159.14 to show any type of strength. Then it's got resistance right behind it at 159.68, and then a potential to get back up to maybe 160. I don't think that's happening today. You know, I think that most likely we are bearish, and a break of this 158.50 is going to basically send us into something like this, you know, a trading zone of like this, whereas like 80's kind of topish, and you know we're tracking down to this 157.90 level, one, you know, like that. So there we have the currencies and my, you know, whatever my opinion is worth. And I look forward to seeing you guys soon. And remember, always enjoy the party, but dance near the door. Cheers.